Hi there, I'm Anna Prosser-Robinson for GameSpot, here at the WB booth at E3 2014, standing here with John Edwards, who is the lead designer for Mortal Kombat X. Now, what does a lead designer do?
Kind of in charge of coming up with what the characters actually do, combat-wise, game mechanics, things like that. Luckily, we have a pretty open studio at NetherRealm, so everyone kind of gets their ideas and stuff in. But we kind of like, as the designers, kind of, shepherd that movement and make sure that we get the game feeling as good as it can.
As far as being the lead designer, what would you say was your most passionate thing you wanted to get across in Mortal Kombat X? What's your fingerprint that's on this game?
I think some of the way the new characters fight, we really want to make sure that we introduce new characters that they still feel like Mortal Kombat characters, and the depth is still there. We've had a lot of practice on some of the older characters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but with new characters, it's kind of just out in the open of everyone's expecting them to kind of fit in. So we do a lot of hard work to make sure that actually works out.
And you have recently introduced two new characters, if I'm correct. Can you introduce us to them, tell us their names, what their style is going to be like?
Sure, yeah. We have Devora, who is like a human insect, kind of a hybrid. So she has like these really cool like spiky tentacles that are kind of like inside of her body that she can use for like stabbing attacks, big combos. But she's also able to use all these bugs that live inside of her, for projectiles or for fatality things, stuff like that. And then Ferritor, who is like two characters in one, like this big brutish, ogreish kind of a guy with this little lady on his back that kind of controls all of his movements. And they fight like as a team, so a lot of big grappling moves, but also like really fast, sharp attacks.
Very cool. And those are joining some of the other classic characters we've come to expect?
Oh yeah, you've seen Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but for sure there'll be a lot more of them as well.
Great. And tell us a little bit about the style of this game, the fighting, what it's going to be like. Is it going to have any nods to Injustice, or are we dealing mostly with more of a Mortal Kombat base? What are we looking at?
Yeah, we try to make all of our games feel, like their own things. So while it feels more like, Mortal Kombat 9, obviously being a Mortal Kombat game, we learn new things every time we make a fighting game, and so we try to, make sure that we kind of, bring over some of that stuff. But it feels kind of unique. But I'd say definitely has like an MK9 flair to it.
Very nice. We're looking at new next-gen consoles moving forward, and you're talking about, we want each game to have something new. What are you enabled to do by this new technology that makes this game new and fresh?
Probably the big thing, just graphically, just the gore stuff we're able to do. So, we have all these crazy ideas for fatalities and X-rays at NetherRealm, and a lot of times we just can't fully realize them because the tech just isn't there yet. This time it seems like we're pretty much able to do anything we can. So we're, punching holes in bodies and slicing people's faces off and things like that. Everyone just tries to gross each other out at the studio. That's kind of what makes the cut.
It did look pretty gross, pretty violent in a very exciting way. What would you say is your favorite animation you've seen so far in terms of the grossing your coworkers out?
Oh, there's lots of good ones. I think probably Scorpion slicing Sub-Zero's face off and having the face slide down with the tongue wiggling in there. That one even gets us sometimes at work.
Yeah, you guys watch it and everyone reacts like, ah!
Oh yeah, you've done something really well when people that have been used to making this game for years and years, they see something and they're just like, dude, that's pretty crazy.
So, there's lots of people who love fighting games. There's even a professional fighting game community that's going to be interested in this game, and then there's also the casual player who's just going to want to pick it up, play with their friends, go through single player even. Can you tell us about the range of the game and how it's going to be coming in as different kinds of players?
Yeah, we always know that when we try to make sure that we, get the casual guys, single player content, stuff like that, via story and things. But we also really support the fighting game community, as a lot of people will know. So, we've introduced like some new mechanics to this game. Like we have like an energy meter that will govern, how you can backdash and you can run and things like that. So lots of like, fine-tuned, mechanics for the hardcore guys. But if you're a casual guy, you can just pick it up and have fun beating your friend up and busting out a fatality every once in a while.
The community of a game is really important. What has the reception been like for Mortal Kombat in the fighting game community and here at E3?
So far, really good. We're super happy. Like I said, we're trying to cater to a large group of people, so sometimes we get a little bit worried, if we're maybe going too far towards one or the other. But it seems like right now that everyone is pretty hyped about it.
Great. Well, I can't wait to see it develop. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Let me know what you're most excited to see in Mortal Kombat X by tweeting @AnnaProsser with the hashtag GameSpotE3.